Michelle Duggar spotted with Jinger, trying to mend their broken bond. Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar have been part of many controversies. Naturally, when Josh Duggar went to prison, many people pointed fingers at his parents for enabling his predatory behavior. Apart from this, many other siblings have also come into the limelight, speaking against the way they grew up in a large family. Duggar News followers know Jinger is one of them. Time and again, through podcasts and books, Jinger has made a new identity for herself. She has done so by criticizing all the things that were wrong in her family while growing up. This has cost her her relationship with parents Jim and Michelle Duggar. But it looks like the family may be making an effort to fix their broken bond. Keep reading to know how. Jinger is not upset at her parents Jim Bob and Michelle for forcing IBLP beliefs. Jinger Duggar has been a popular cast member from Counting On, who got even more famous from her books and podcasts. Duggar News followers know that she has been upfront about all the ways she felt her childhood wasn't appropriate. It was because of Bill Gothard's IBLP teachings that Jim Bob and Michelle instilled in all their 19 kids. Jinger finally spoke up about this. A Duggar News follower wanted to know if Jinger was angry at her parents for the kind of upbringing she got. Well, she calmly said that she wasn't. The star instead defended her parents by saying they did everything for their kids' best interest, as IBLP teachings had promised many people success for their kids. Hence, Jinger has never blamed her parents for it. Jinger Duggar spends time with mom Michelle Duggar. Reconciliation happening? A lot of the time, Duggar News followers spot how Jinger and her family are absent from major Duggar events. One of the reasons for it could be that they live in California, while everyone else is still in Arkansas. Many believe the couple consciously took the decision to separate themselves from the rest of the family after realigning their faith. Because of this, many viewers had also sensed some tensions between Jinger's family and her parents Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Well, she also admitted that they were a work in progress. Jinger is also pregnant currently and has been waiting for her due date. Amidst this, viewers ended up spotting Michelle Duggar in one of Jinger's videos. It turns out Michelle has flown down to Los Angeles to be with her daughter, as her due date is nearing. Both the Duggar mother and Jinger were in a TJ Maxx trying to shop for kidswear. The grandma-to-be couldn't stop gushing over how cute the clothes were for the girls. While everyone appreciated how young Michelle Duggar looked, others expressed a kind sentiment. Many were quite happy that Jinger and Michelle were bonding and trying their best to mend their bond despite their numerous differences. Jessa Duggar, a household name for many fans of the reality television series *19 Kids and Counting*, has long been one of the most recognizable faces in the Duggar family. Known for her poised demeanor, signature style, and role as an older sister to 18 siblings, Jessa carved out a niche for herself that extended beyond her life on camera. Over the years, she transitioned from being a central figure on the show to building her own identity as a wife, mother, and entrepreneur. Her journey has been closely followed by a dedicated fan base, who have witnessed her navigate marriage to husband Ben Seawold, parenthood with their growing brood of children, and ventures into lifestyle blogging and social media influencing. Recently, however, a new video featuring Jessa sparked widespread conversation among her followers, leaving many to express disbelief at how much she had seemingly changed. Fans took to online forums and comment sections to voice their astonishment, claiming they barely recognized the Jessa they once knew. The video in question showcased Jessa engaging in what appeared to be a casual day-to-day activity, but her appearance and demeanor prompted a flurry of reactions. Some attributed their surprise to subtle shifts in her physical appearance, while others pointed to changes in her overall presence, how she carried herself, spoke, or styled her look, as contributing factors. This wave of commentary highlights not only the deep connection her fans feel to her public persona, but also their heightened sensitivity to any evolution in her image. For many, Jessa's transformation symbolizes more than just a personal shift. It reflects broader questions about identity, authenticity, and the pressures of living under constant public scrutiny. As conversations continue to unfold, one thing is clear: Jessa Duggar remains a compelling figure whose every move continues to captivate audiences, whether through admiration, curiosity, or critique. In dissecting the specific elements of Jessa's latest appearance, several noticeable differences stand out, each contributing to the sense of unfamiliarity reported by her fans. Foremost among these is her hairstyle, which has undergone a significant transformation. Previously known for her classic, neatly styled brunette locks that framed her face with a soft elegance, Jessa now sports a much shorter, lighter cut. This change not only alters her silhouette, but also brings a modern edge to her look, diverging sharply from her traditionally conservative style. The contrast is stark enough that it single-handedly redefines her visual identity, prompting immediate recognition, or lack thereof, from longtime viewers. Equally impactful are the visible adjustments in her makeup routine. In past appearances, Jessa adhered to a more understated approach, favoring natural tones that enhanced her features without drawing attention away from her personality. Recently, however, she has embraced bolder choices, incorporating vibrant eyeshadows and defined contours that dramatically alter her facial structure. These enhancements, while flattering, contribute to a polished aesthetic that feels distinct from her earlier, simpler presentations. The cumulative effect of these cosmetic updates draws focus to her features in ways that some fans find jarring, further fueling their perception of a transformed Jessa. Additionally, her choice of attire marks another significant departure from her previous wardrobe. Historically, Jessa favored modest, flowing dresses and conservative separates that aligned with her family's well-documented values. However, her recent ensemble showcases a shift towards sleeker, form-fitting clothing that emphasizes contemporary fashion trends over traditional modesty. The juxtaposition between her former and current styles underscores a deliberate move toward reinvention, signaling a potential redefinition of her personal brand. Together, these stylistic and aesthetic modifications create a composite image of Jessa that challenges preconceived notions, leaving even her most ardent supporters feeling as though they are encountering someone entirely new. The unveiling of Jessa's new look ignited a flurry of reactions across social media platforms, with fans expressing a mix of astonishment, curiosity, and nostalgia. Comment sections beneath the video quickly filled with exclamations like, "Is this really Jessa?" and "I didn't recognize her at first glance." Many expressed genuine concern, wondering if external pressures or personal struggles might be influencing her decision to undergo such a dramatic transformation. One Reddit thread, titled "Jessa Duggar's New Look: What's Behind It?" garnered hundreds of replies, with users speculating about everything from lifestyle changes to potential shifts in her personal beliefs. Some fans voiced their disappointment, lamenting the loss of the old Jessa they felt connected to, while others defended her right to evolve, arguing that change is a natural part of growth. Amidst the speculation, memes and edited images began circulating online, humorously exaggerating aspects of her new appearance. One widely shared meme depicted Jessa alongside a chameleon, captioned, "Adapting to the times." While these posts were largely lighthearted, they underscored the cultural impact of her transformation and the fascination it generated. Meanwhile, Instagram stories and TikTok videos dissected her new look frame by frame, with creators offering their takes on everything from her hairstyle to her makeup techniques. Hashtags like New Jessa and Duggar Style Evolution trended briefly, amplifying the conversation and pulling in opinions from outside her core fanbase. Through it all, one sentiment remained consistent: whether viewed positively or negatively, Jessa's updated image had undeniably captured the collective imagination of her audience. To understand the profound impact of Jessa Duggar's transformation, experts in psychology and sociology offer valuable perspectives on the phenomenon of celebrity evolution and its resonance with the public. Dr. Emily Carter, a psychologist specializing in media influence, explains that individuals often form parasocial relationships with celebrities, wherein fans develop a one-sided emotional connection despite having no direct interaction. When someone like Jessa undergoes a significant change in appearance or demeanor, it can disrupt these imagined bonds, Dr. Carter notes. Fans may feel as though the person they've invested emotionally in is slipping away, leading to feelings of disconnection or even betrayal. Sociologist Dr. Marcus Hall adds that societal expectations play a critical role in shaping how transformations are perceived. Public figures like Jessa exist within a framework of cultural norms and values, he says. Her previous adherence to a modest, traditional aesthetic likely reinforced certain ideals for her audience. When she deviates from those expectations, it challenges not only their perception of her, but also their understanding of what aligns with those values. This tension, Dr. Hall suggests, could explain why some fans react so strongly to her new look. It represents more than just a personal choice. It symbolizes a potential shift in identity that clashes with their preconceived notions. Furthermore, Dr. Carter highlights the psychological concept of familiarity bias, where people tend to prefer things they recognize and feel comfortable with. Jessa's original image was deeply ingrained in the minds of her fans, she says. Any deviation from that baseline triggers cognitive dissonance, a mental discomfort caused by conflicting perceptions. This discomfort can manifest as shock, confusion, or even resistance to accepting her new appearance. As fans struggle to reconcile the Jessa they knew with the one they see now. Together, these insights reveal the complex interplay of emotional attachment, cultural norms, and psychological tendencies that amplify the public's reaction to Jessa's transformation. For Jessa Duggar, navigating the delicate balance between personal evolution and public expectations presents a unique set of challenges. As a prominent figure who rose to fame within the structured environment of *19 kids and counting*, her life has long been subject to intense scrutiny and predefined roles. The Duggar family's adherence to conservative values and traditional lifestyles created a lens through which Jessa was consistently viewed, making any deviation from those norms inherently conspicuous. This backdrop amplifies the stakes of her recent transformation, as fans and critics alike measure her choices against the expectations tied to her public persona. Every alteration in her appearance or behavior becomes a potential statement, whether intentional or not, inviting both admiration and judgment. Jessa's journey mirrors that of other high-profile personalities who have grappled with similar pressures. Take, for instance, Miley Cyrus, whose evolution from Disney Channel star to avant-garde pop icon sparked debates about authenticity and artistic freedom. Like Jessa, Cyrus faced backlash when her image shifted dramatically, with critics questioning whether her changes were genuine expressions of self-discovery or calculated attempts to shed her wholesome roots. Similarly, Kim Kardashian's gradual transformation from reality TV personality to global fashion mogul has been met with polarized reactions, highlighting the difficulty of maintaining a cohesive identity while embracing new opportunities. Both women illustrate the tightrope walk of balancing personal aspirations with public perception, a challenge Jessa now navigates as she carves out her post-Duggar narrative. What sets Jessa apart, however, is the deeply rooted cultural and familial context of her upbringing. Unlike celebrities whose transformations might be seen as purely career-driven, Jessa's changes carry additional layers of meaning due to her association with the Duggar family's values. Her decisions, whether related to fashion, lifestyle, or parenting, are inevitably interpreted through this lens, adding complexity to her efforts to redefine herself. By choosing to embrace a bolder aesthetic and explore new facets of her identity, Jessa risks alienating segments of her audience who view her as a custodian of tradition. Yet, her willingness to evolve also signals a desire to reclaim agency over her narrative, asserting her individuality amidst the weight of external expectations. Ultimately, Jessa's story underscores a universal truth. Personal growth often comes at the cost of comfort zones, both for the individual and their observers. Whether celebrated or critiqued, her transformation serves as a testament to the courage required to redefine oneself in the public eye. As she continues to forge her path, her journey will undoubtedly resonate with others facing their own battles between staying true to themselves and meeting the demands of an ever-watchful world. Jessa Duggar's transformation has sparked a broader conversation about the complexities of identity and authenticity in the age of public visibility. Her evolving appearance and shifting personal choices serve as a microcosm of the challenges faced by anyone navigating the intersection of self-expression and societal expectations. At its core, Jessa's story invites reflection on the fluid nature of identity, how it evolves over time, shaped by experiences, aspirations, and the need to assert individuality. Her journey underscores that authenticity is not a fixed state, but a dynamic process, one that requires courage to embrace change, even when it risks unsettling those who hold rigid perceptions of who we are supposed to be. Moreover, her experience highlights the dual-edged nature of public evolution. On one hand, societal expectations can impose stifling limitations, pressuring individuals to conform to predetermined roles or ideals. On the other hand, the act of challenging those norms can inspire others to embark on their own paths of self-discovery. Jessa's willingness to redefine her image offers a powerful reminder that growth often entails stepping outside comfort zones, not only for oneself, but as a catalyst for broader cultural shifts. Ultimately, her transformation challenges us to reconsider what it means to stay true to oneself while evolving in a world that constantly seeks to define us. Michelle Duggar, the matriarch of the famed Duggar family from TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, recently made a rare public appearance during what appeared to be an ordinary shopping trip. However, this outing took on added significance as it coincided with her daughter Jinger's impending childbirth. The Duggars have always been known for their tight-knit family dynamics and deeply held values, making even seemingly mundane activities like grocery shopping or browsing baby clothes carry layers of meaning. Michelle, who has often stayed out of the media spotlight in recent years, looked poised yet relaxed as she navigated the aisles alongside several members of her sprawling clan. Her presence was particularly notable because such appearances are now few and far between. Known for her modest fashion choices, a hallmark of the family's conservative Christian beliefs, Michelle wore a classic floral dress paired with sensible shoes, exuding the same grace that viewers came to admire during the show's original run. She moved with purpose but also seemed at ease, engaging warmly with those around her. The timing of this outing is significant given Jinger's pregnancy journey. Married to Jeremy Vullo since 2016, Jinger is preparing to welcome another child into their growing family. As one of the older Duggar children, Jinger has carved out a unique path for herself, balancing her upbringing within the strictures of her parents' religious lifestyle with her desire for independence and self-expression. This delicate dance has played out publicly over the years, especially after she left Arkansas to settle in California with Jeremy. Their decision to live farther away from the rest of the family and adopt more modern interpretations of faith-based living has sparked both admiration and curiosity among fans. Jinger's current pregnancy marks a pivotal moment not just for her immediate household, but for the entire Duggar family. Each new addition to the extended brood symbolizes continuity and growth, themes central to the Duggars' identity. For Michelle, whose life has revolved around motherhood and homemaking, supporting Jinger through this milestone must feel like coming full circle. It's clear that despite geographic distance and differing approaches to life, the bond between mother and daughter remains strong. During the shopping excursion, Michelle could be seen selecting items thoughtfully, occasionally consulting with other family members about specific purchases. Baby clothes, blankets, and nursery essentials were carefully inspected, suggesting they were gathering supplies for Jinger's upcoming arrival. While some might view these tasks as routine, there's something profoundly intimate about watching a grandmother prepare for her grandchild's birth. Every choice, from the softness of a blanket to the color palette of tiny outfits, carries emotional weight, reflecting hopes and dreams for the newest member of the family. What struck many observers was how naturally Michelle interacted with everyone present. Despite being the matriarch, she didn't command attention so much as foster connection. Her laughter echoed softly as she shared anecdotes or advice, reminding onlookers why she became beloved by audiences worldwide. Even when discussing practical matters like feeding schedules or diaper brands, her demeanor remained gentle and nurturing, qualities that define her role within the family. The outing also offered glimpses into how the Duggars continue to navigate changes while staying true to their core values. Though Michelle represents tradition, she appears supportive of Jinger forging her own path. This balance isn't always easy. Raising 19 children under highly regimented circumstances undoubtedly shaped expectations for future generations. Yet here was Michelle, embracing her evolving role without judgment or hesitation. As news of her appearance spread online, reactions ranged from nostalgic fondness to renewed interest in the Duggar saga. Fans reminisced about the show's heyday, marveling at how quickly time has passed since its conclusion. Others expressed excitement about witnessing another generation take shape, eager to see whether Jinger's parenting style will mirror her upbringing or reflect her personal evolution. For Michelle, this shopping trip may have simply been a way to lend support during a busy season of life. But for those following the family's story, it served as a poignant reminder of the enduring ties that bind them. Amid shifting cultural landscapes and individual journeys, the Duggars remain united by love, faith, and shared history. And as Jinger prepares to bring new life into the world, Michelle's quiet strength provides a comforting anchor, a testament to the timeless power of family. In the days leading up to Jinger Vuolo's due date, Michelle Duggar's involvement grew increasingly hands-on, showcasing her unwavering commitment to supporting her daughter during this transformative period. Beyond the initial shopping trip, Michelle traveled to Jinger's home in Southern California multiple times, bringing along not only practical gifts, but also wisdom accumulated from nearly 2 decades of motherhood. These visits revealed a side of Michelle rarely seen in public, the seasoned grandmother eager to pass down knowledge while respecting her daughter's autonomy. One memorable afternoon found Michelle and Jinger seated together on the couch, surrounded by stacks of parenting books and journals. They pored over pages filled with notes Michelle had meticulously compiled throughout her pregnancies and early parenting years. Topics ranged from breastfeeding techniques to establishing sleep routines, each tip accompanied by personal anecdotes illustrating successes and challenges faced along the way. Michelle's approach was never prescriptive. Instead, she encouraged Jinger to adapt suggestions according to her circumstances and preferences. This collaborative spirit highlighted their evolving relationship, one where mutual respect flourishes despite generational differences. Practical preparations occupied much of Michelle's time during these visits. Together with Jinger, she assembled furniture for the nursery, ensuring every piece met safety standards and fit seamlessly into the room's design aesthetic. Michelle brought along hand-sewn quilts and knitted booties crafted by various family members, explaining the sentimental value behind each item. There were moments when emotions bubbled to the surface, particularly when unpacking keepsakes saved from Jinger's own infancy. Holding up a faded onisi embroidered with her name, Michelle recounted stories of Jinger's first steps and favorite toys, creating a bridge between past and present that underscored the cyclical nature of family life. Beyond logistics, Michelle prioritized emotional support, recognizing the anxiety and anticipation accompanying late-stage pregnancy. She organized quiet evenings where they watched old home videos together, laughing at candid footage, capturing Jinger's childhood antics. These sessions served dual purposes, providing comfort through nostalgia, while offering insights into effective parenting strategies. Michelle openly discussed her experiences navigating postpartum depression after some births, emphasizing the importance of seeking help if needed. By sharing vulnerabilities, she aimed to normalize conversations around mental health within their faith community, an area where stigma sometimes persists. Meal preparation emerged as another crucial aspect of Michelle's assistance. Understanding the demands awaiting new parents, she spent hours in Jinger's kitchen cooking nourishing dishes perfect for freezing and reheating later. From hearty soups to protein-packed casseroles, each meal carried love and intention. As they worked side by side chopping vegetables and stirring pots, conversation flowed freely. They debated everything from discipline philosophies to educational approaches, demonstrating how deeply invested Michelle remains in her children's lives, regardless of age or location. Perhaps most touching were the impromptu prayer sessions sprinkled throughout their time together. Whether gathered around the dinner table or nestled in cozy chairs before bedtime, Michelle led heartfelt petitions asking for divine guidance, strength, and protection over Jinger's family. Her faith permeated every interaction, grounding them amidst uncertainty and change. These spiritual moments reinforced the foundational principles binding the Duggar clan together, even as individual members chart diverse courses. Throughout all these activities, Michelle maintained a delicate equilibrium between guidance and restraint. She understood intuitively when to step forward with advice and when to step back, allowing Jinger space to discover her rhythm. This intuitive understanding stemmed partly from her extensive experience raising 19 children, each requiring tailored care and encouragement. Yet it also reflected genuine admiration for Jinger's resilience and determination to forge her path. Watching her daughter blossom into confident womanhood filled Michelle with pride, tempering any instinct to impose outdated expectations. As Jinger's due date drew nearer, Michelle's final preparations focused on ensuring seamless transitions post-birth. She coordinated with local friends and church members to establish a meal train, guaranteeing fresh food deliveries during the hectic initial weeks. She compiled contact lists of trusted pediatricians, lactation consultants, and support groups, empowering Jinger with resources to navigate potential hurdles. Most importantly, she reaffirmed her constant availability via phone calls, texts, or visits whenever needed, a lifeline extending across state lines. Through these dedicated efforts, Michelle exemplified the multifaceted role modern grandparents often play. Far removed from stereotypical images of detached elders content merely observing from afar, she embraced active participation tempered by sensitivity and empathy. Her actions spoke volumes about unconditional love, underscoring the timeless truth that parenthood never truly ends. It simply evolves, adapting to meet changing needs while preserving essential connections. The evolution of Michelle Duggar's public persona has been marked by subtle yet significant shifts over the years, particularly as her once sprawling household transitioned from bustling chaos to relative tranquility. Once a fixture on television screens nationwide thanks to 19 kids and counting, Michelle gradually stepped back from the limelight following the show's conclusion. This retreat wasn't abrupt but rather a gradual fading, mirroring the natural progression of her life stage. However, her recent reappearance during Jinger's pregnancy highlights how maternal instincts and familial bonds can draw even the most private individuals back into view. Reflecting on Michelle's earlier public image reveals a woman defined by steadfast adherence to traditional values and roles. During the height of the Duggar family's fame, she epitomized the ideal homemaker, endlessly patient, tirelessly devoted, and unwaveringly committed to her faith. Her daily existence revolved around orchestrating meals, homeschooling lessons, and moral instruction for her expansive brood. Television cameras captured countless scenes of Michelle managing household logistics with remarkable efficiency, reinforcing perceptions of her as a paragon of domestic virtue. Yet beneath this polished exterior lay complexities seldom explored in depth, nuances that have become more apparent with time and reflection. In stepping away from regular media appearances, Michelle allowed space for introspection and adaptation. Without the pressure of constant scrutiny, she could navigate personal growth and reassess priorities. This period of relative seclusion enabled her to redefine what visibility meant to her outside the structured narrative of reality television. Rather than seeking validation through public approval, she found fulfillment in quieter pursuits, mentoring younger women within her church community, pursuing hobbies previously sidelined by parental responsibilities, and deepening relationships with adult children spread across different states. However, Michelle's return to public awareness surrounding Jinger's pregnancy underscores how certain aspects of her identity remain unchanged despite outward transformations. Motherhood continues to serve as her primary lens through which she engages with the world. Supporting Jinger represents not just familial duty, but an opportunity to affirm enduring values while acknowledging contemporary realities. In doing so, Michelle demonstrates remarkable flexibility, embracing new contexts without compromising core convictions. This duality, between steadfast tradition and adaptive modernity, captures the essence of Michelle's evolving public image. She no longer conforms to rigid expectations imposed by external narratives, but instead crafts her presence based on authentic motivations. Observers notice this shift in her demeanor during interviews or casual interactions. Gone is the formal stiffness characteristic of scripted settings. Instead, warmth and genuineness shine through, inviting deeper connections beyond superficial impressions. Moreover, Michelle's willingness to engage publicly again suggests a broader acceptance of change within the Duggar family dynamic. Traditionally portrayed as bastions of unyielding conservatism, the Duggars, including Michelle herself, have shown capacity for nuanced perspectives. This openness manifests in how Michelle discusses topics like mental health, career aspirations, and independent decision-making with her children. Such dialogues indicate a maturation process wherein ideological rigidity gives way to compassionate understanding, fostering environments where diverse expressions of faith and family coexist harmoniously. Ultimately, Michelle Duggar's journey illustrates the fluidity inherent in public personas shaped by lived experiences. What began as a narrowly defined role expanded organically to encompass richer dimensions reflective of human complexity. As she stands beside Jinger during this pivotal chapter, Michelle embodies both continuity and transformation, a testament to the enduring power of love, faith, and family in navigating life's ever-changing landscapes. The ripple effects of Michelle Duggar's rare public appearance extend far beyond the immediate context of Jinger Vuolo's pregnancy, resonating deeply within the Duggar family and their loyal fanbase. For longtime followers of the Duggar saga, Michelle's visible involvement signals a heartening affirmation of enduring family bonds, even as geographical distances and divergent lifestyles might suggest otherwise. Her presence serves as a powerful reminder that despite individual paths taken, the essence of family unity remains intact, anchored by shared memories and mutual support. Within the Duggar household, Michelle's reappearance likely reignites discussions about legacy and continuity. As one of the elder generation's pillars, her actions set precedents for how future matriarchs and patriarchs might balance tradition with progress. Younger Duggar siblings observing Michelle's interactions with Jinger gain valuable insights into navigating complex family dynamics. They witness firsthand how maintaining open communication channels fosters understanding across generational divides, encouraging them to approach their own relationships with similar empathy and flexibility. Fans of 19 Kids and Counting experience a wave of nostalgia mixed with anticipation upon seeing Michelle back in action. Social media platforms buzz with commentary ranging from delight at familiar faces to speculation about potential new programming opportunities. Many express hope that Michelle's increased visibility heralds further glimpses into the Duggar family's ongoing story, perhaps through documentaries or special features highlighting milestones like weddings, graduations, and yes, births. The prospect of reconnecting with beloved personalities sparks enthusiasm, fueling demand for content that bridges past and present narratives. On a broader scale, Michelle's reemergence contributes to ongoing conversations about family structures in contemporary society. Her ability to blend timeless values with adaptive practices offers a compelling model for others navigating similar terrains. Discussions around intergenerational collaboration, faith-based living, and the intersection of personal autonomy with communal responsibility find renewed relevance through Michelle's example. Educators, counselors, and community leaders draw inspiration from her approach, incorporating elements into workshops and seminars aimed at strengthening familial ties amidst rapid societal changes. Furthermore, Michelle's influence reaches beyond direct familial circles into wider cultural spheres. As a figure synonymous with large family dynamics, her continued engagement prompts reflections on the sustainability and desirability of such lifestyles in today's world. Debates arise regarding resource allocation, environmental impact, and social mobility within expansive households. While opinions vary widely, Michelle's thoughtful navigation of these issues invites constructive dialogue rather than polarizing rhetoric, promoting nuanced understandings over simplistic judgments. Finally, Michelle's public resurgence underscores the enduring appeal of authenticity in media representation. Audiences crave genuine portrayals of human experience, free from artificial constructs or performative gestures. By presenting herself sincerely, as a grandmother excitedly awaiting another grandchild, Michelle taps into universal emotions transcending demographic boundaries. Viewers relate to her joy, concern, and anticipatory excitement, finding solace in the familiarity of shared human experiences. This connection reinforces the notion that true storytelling lies not in dramatic plot twists, but in honest depictions of everyday moments imbued with meaning. Thus, Michelle Duggar's rare public appearance acts as a catalyst for multifaceted impacts reverberating through personal, familial, and societal levels. Whether inspiring closer familial bonds, sparking creative ventures, or provoking meaningful discourse, her actions remind us that every gesture carries potential to influence and uplift. As the Duggar family continues to evolve, Michelle stands as a beacon of stability and adaptability, embodying the timeless truth that family, in all its forms, remains a cornerstone of human connection and fulfillment. Michelle Duggar's rare public appearance during Jinger's pregnancy journey encapsulates a profound narrative of family resilience, evolving identities, and enduring values. Her presence signifies not merely a temporary return to the spotlight, but a reaffirmation of lifelong commitments to motherhood, faith, and the interconnectedness of generations. Through her actions, Michelle exemplifies how traditional roles can gracefully adapt to contemporary realities, offering a blueprint for others navigating similar transitions.